Welcome to Freedom on the Seas. We are on deck 8 and we have an interior room 8237. Let's give you a quick tour.
Take a look around and then we'll get started over by the doorway.
When you first come into the room, we have the light switch here, and there is a card that stays inside of it in order to be able to control the room. So you just leave the card in there and then you can turn the lights on and off. We have two really strong hooks that I've been enjoying, hanging our heavy robes and then also my purse. We have a room temperature control here. Go down for colder, up for warmer. I'll tell you at the end of the video the troubles that we've had in this room. I'll save that for the end, but this is the light switch for the bathroom. So let's go check out the bathroom. We have 4 strong hooks here, and then you have your standard Royal Caribbean 2000s bathroom here with the shelf, trash can below. We have the sink and 4 decent sized cubbies for our toiletries. We have towels here, below and above, of course, the flush. And we have our Star Trek Beam Me Up Scotty shower. We have 1 control instead of the 2 dials for the water and the water temperature and water power. This is just a single control. And contrary to what you might think if you're like me, you have to turn it clockwise. Although it says cold, you have to turn it this way for hot and that way for cold. So it took me a few minutes to figure that one out. The hose does come off as usual, and there is a little bar there to put your foot on to shave your legs. There's also a clothesline, which I always like having. There's the 2-in-1 Salt and Breeze shampoo, conditioner, and body wash all in one situation. But then we have our little extras here: shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. So that's the bathroom. One of the things that I like about this bathroom is that this little thing here is a nightlight. So it detects your motion. So in the night, if you come over to use the bathroom, the light will come on, which is nice. So you don't trip and fall going into the bathroom, because you usually do need to step up a little bit. Next, we have a full-length mirror. Nothing too special there. We have a sconce, and we actually have a love seat this time, not a full sofa, but the love seat is fine and it's quite comfortable. Now let's look on this side of the room, because we have a lot of storage going on over here. We have a decent sized closet. Let me let you get in here. So we have plenty of hanging space, and we have these great big cubbies here with room below for shoes. And I noticed there's also this sizable shelf to put a bag on or to put more shoes here. So this closet has been more than adequate for us for most of our storage. You also have this tie bar, which we're making use of. Then here we have additional storage, which this is also sizable. We have our pool towels here. This is a tech shelf, and some of my clothes here. And then down below we have the safe. And then way down here we have our little fridge. And this fridge has been doing a fantastic job of keeping our drinks cold. That slams very hard. So here at the vanity, we have a vanity light. We have 2 American outlets. We have a Euro outlet, which I use my Euro adapter. Let me show you that. So we bring this Euro adapter on every cruise. It's never been confiscated. It's just like a multi-port with no kind of surge protection or anything, but it gives us USB, USB-C, and American outlets. So that's very helpful for charging devices, especially at night. And then we have obviously this drawer with our room service menu. This is the breakfast menu. There's also, you can order drinks for a mini bar. And then this is the hang tag that if you put this out before 3 a.m. in the morning, they will deliver your breakfast. There is a charge for this side of the menu. It's with tax and everything. It's like $9.83, I believe. And then this side is complimentary. And then we have 3 sizable drawers here. You can see how wide they are and how deep they are. So I've put a lot of stuff in here, and I haven't really worried about how well it's organized because it's a nice deep drawer. So I just threw things in here. And then we have a shelf where we have our sunglasses and our clips for our beach towels. We have a small-ish flat screen TV, but it does swivel to go to the bed, which swivels pretty far, which is kind of unusual that it goes that far, but that works pretty well. We did find a little duck on board with a little note that says enjoy your cruise, so that was pretty cute. And we have a little towel animal here holding our remote control. Now over to the bed. This is the standard Royal Caribbean king size bed that can be separated to be 2 singles. What I like about the bed area is there is a drawer instead of just a shelf. But there's also a shelf. There's the phone. This light switch does control the lights in the entire room, except for the sconces, which you just turn the sconces off and on with a little switch at the bottom. And then this side of the bed, same dealio with the nightstand and the sconce, but there's not a switch to control the whole room light situation. So that's our interior room. Now let me just describe some of the issues that we've had. When we first arrived, the room was frigid and it was in the 60s, and we turned the heat up as high as it would go, but it never warmed up. So we told our stateroom attendant and he called somebody, and then when we came back from dinner, the room felt comfortable. So we were happy with that. Then the next day, this room was so hot. We turned the air conditioner down as low as it would go, the thermostat as low as it would go, and even after 24 hours, it was still just roasting in here. I would normally have called our room attendant, but the phone didn't work either. So we went 2 days without a phone. We did report that on day 1, and he said he would call someone. So on day 2, I went to guest services and told them about the phone, and that got corrected right away. So we were pleased with that, and then the room was still roasting hot. So we told guest services about that, and they did send someone up today, which is day 3, and it feels quite comfortable in here. So we're hoping for the best on that. The other issue I will say we have in this room, every time I walk in, to me it smells a little musty, but that's just me. But there was like fuzz dust all over the ceiling and down this wall. So they did come in and clean it for us, and everything seems really sparkly clean at this point. So if you're in this room 8237 next week, you should be golden. The phone works, the thermostat works, and it's clean. So come on to Freedom of the Seas and enjoy a nice cruise on board here. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Freedom of the Seas videos coming your way soon. Take care.